IncGamers Plays.
Hello, welcome to IncGamers Plays Fray, which is a simultaneous squad-based tactics game, is I think how it describes itself. I'm going to be playing against Tim McDonald, who is here, who loves the game apparently. Is that right, Tim?
Hello.
Hello,
I'm not
Tim.
going to think about that with a response.
Tim, you haven't been enjoying your time, but we'll see how it goes on this level, which is the 5th of March square, apparently.
Yes, Peter has been playing this rather more than I have, and I think he's been enjoying it rather more. As he's been playing it a bit more, he's probably not having the same problems I have. So, well, yes.
I am having some of the same problems, which are problems which seem to be endemic to the game. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about what the game is as and when we do things. So, it has the look of a turn-based game, in the sense that you click between your units here, like this. You can give them orders to move and to shoot at things, and before you say anything, Tim, yes, you can give them orders to shoot at things. I know you've had issues with that, but it's true, you can. There is also a bit of a time limit as well for giving the orders, so I should probably get a move on and actually do some stuff instead of messing around.
I hear it helps.
It does help, yes. As well as moving and shooting, the units also have different stances that they can take. I have a unit called the Shadow who can camouflage, although quite how effective that is I don't know, because in some recent tests with Tim, we've kind of been able to see each other's shadows despite them being camouflaged, so not quite sure what's up with that. You can also switch to either offensive or defensive stances, which make you do more damage yet take more damage in the offensive stance, and vice versa for defensive. There's also power-up things dotted around the place, which can reload your ammo and give you little accuracy power-ups and stuff like that. And also, if you do your orders quickly enough, you get minor or major stance bonuses, which we think probably buff whatever stance you're in, but we're not entirely sure. There's going to be a little bit of we're not entirely sure throughout this IncGamers Plays video, partly because the tutorial isn't exactly forthcoming about very much about this game. It's just a sort of series of screens with text on, and the text itself isn't that great.
There might be quite a lot of swearing too, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, as Tim says, I've been liking this slightly more than him. That's not hard. And luckily for the developers, I'm the one writing the review, not him. So
it is entirely possible that after playing it more, my opinion will grow. But we'll see how this match goes.
Yes. We're playing a mode called Survivor, which basically means the first team to take out the other 4 players is the winner. There's another one called Deathmatch, where it's the first to 7, so that has kind of some respawning mechanics where you can bring people back into the fray. Do you like what I did there?
Ha 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 ha! Oh.
Genius.
My sides, they are splitting.
Would you like some threads to sew them back up again, Tim?
Possibly. I don't know whether you want to talk a little bit about the classes and the differences between them.
Yeah, let's do that. There's 6 different classes in the game at the moment. You choose 4 for a squad. There is the aggressive ones are the tank and the assault class. The assault is the only one who has a shoot on sight stance, which means if he it's a lot like Overwatch in other games. As soon as he sees an enemy, he will open fire on them. The tank doesn't really have much special, except he's a tank, so he's a bit hard like that. There is a medic who has a magic gun that can shoot people but also heal them, which is quite useful. The Shadow, as I've mentioned, has this camouflage thing, which may or may not be fully operational. It's hard to say. And there's also a support class who can do things like drop down cover and He can do mines apparently later on when you level him up, because as you progress in the game you do gain levels through playing more, and that can improve each class in various ways.
Now you've actually played against some people who have leveled up their characters. Have you found that to be a little unbalancing, or has it not really made much of an effect?
I I wouldn't say it was a huge effect, because it was only afterwards when I saw, oh, that guy's got like level 8 characters. Um, I wasn't being like pummeled or anything. But he was doing some things, particularly with the support class. He was sort of putting down a turret and stuff, and I thought, oh well, I haven't been able to do that, so that must be a leveling thing. So much like Frozen Synapse or Frozen Synapse, depending on your preferred pronunciation, the orders that we are both giving play out simultaneously. So that can lead to some situations where you think you're shooting at someone, but you're actually just shooting merrily at a wall because the guy's ducked in a cover or something like that. Fair to say that it's not as elegant or stylish as Frozen Synapse, which is pretty easy to play and get to grips with. This has a few user interface issues in terms of offering you feedback with kind of like in situations where, why can I not shoot this guy? Am I in cover here? What is this? What is this bonus gonna do to me? If it says it gives me like more accuracy, well, what does that actually do, etc.
I think it's probably fair to mention that at this point we are playing a beta version of the game, and it is entirely possible that there is in fact a much better version which will roll out when the game launches.
That is true, but it is launching tomorrow, so
it's possible the latest version isn't actually on the closed beta. I don't know.
This update was made 2 days ago, so I'm not sure why they would have released this if they had a much more stable and complete version to release on release day. But it is possible. It is possible, and I'll give it a look tomorrow as well when it releases to see if it's changed at all. So yeah, do bear that in mind. It is sort of a final beta.
Yeah, this video I think is more to sort of just show off the game itself and how it works, rather than to provide definitive judgment. Would you say that's fair, Peter?
That is fair, yes. Observations are subject to change if indeed the game is updated. You'll notice that we haven't actually found each other yet on this map, which is a little bit awkward.
I would like to state for the record that I'm not actually hiding in a corner specifically to draw this out as long as possible and to upset you.
That's good. Yes, I think we started quite far away from one another.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where I started. I haven't quite... This is what, the third game I've played, the second on this map, so I'm still kind of getting the hang of the layout, as the maps are fairly large.
And fairly cluttered.
Yes.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because that clutter also provides cover of a sort. Cover just seems to block line of sight. It doesn't seem to really do anything else. At one point I was using a lamppost as cover, which seemed to be giving me quite an enormous amount of cover, actually. Is that fair to say, Tim?
Yes. Was this... I can't remember, was this when my idiot sniper was trying to shoot, or... Oh no, this was the last game, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, we've both had issues with the sniper. The sniper seems... he's quite a pacifist. He's very reluctant to actually fire shots off at people, except the special shot, which all it does is reduce armor values. He's happy doing that, but actual bullets he's not keen on. Oh, you're behind me. Tim's just popped up there on
I
the
would be
map.
much happier about being behind you had I actually A, planned for this, and B, if I wasn't certain I was going to get my arse kicked any moment now.
You won the last game, Tim.
Yeah, but I'm not going to win this one, am I?
Don't be so
Right,
defeatist.
let's do an experiment. Can you see my shadow?
No. No, I can't.
In that
Is he
case, maybe he
camouflaged?
actually is hidden then.
Excellent. Well, that's encouraging.
Yeah, that's one way of phrasing it, certainly.
So yeah, bear with us viewers, this is just me selecting some thrilling orders. I've changed my tank to a defensive stance in the...
Thank you for that
Hopefully
information.
yeah, I just going to give stuff away, but whatever. Just to try and keep him safe for a little bit, because he does seem to be nearest to Tim's goon squad.
Should probably also mention, although you might want to talk about this more when you do it, about the menu when you hold down the right mouse button as well, which actually allows for other options like shooting while moving and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I will bring that option into play probably now, because it looks like it's all kicking off.
There is a fight, it's going to happen.
We done some shootings.
We've done some shootings.
So Tim's support guy, I think, has put down some kind of shield thing.
Yeah, I don't
Is that fair to
know.
say?
He has. I don't know how it works.
It provides cover of some description, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't quite know how it works though. Last time I don't know. He doesn't appear to be able to shoot through it anyway, so I'm guessing it is actually just a piece of static cover.
I think that's fair to say, yeah. So, yes, as Tim mentioned, you can hold down the right mouse button on people, which pops up a little sort of radial options menu, which gives you the opportunity to shoot at a character while moving, which means your guy will be letting off shots as he moves, which makes things less accurate, but means he can take cover and stuff at the same time. You can also shoot at just areas of the ground, I guess in case you think people are going to show up around the corner or something. You can lay down some fire. Haven't used that overly much, but I'm sure it's useful in some situations. It must be. Otherwise, why would it be there? It would be madness.
I once again appear to have lost the ability to cancel orders, so I guess this is exactly what I'm doing this turn.
Yes, you can normally cancel orders on the action bar thing at the bottom here. Just demonstrating that. But yeah, sometimes it decides that you can't do that.
I don't know whether that's a
Knows.
bug or whether that's something that is just unexplained, like if you do something then you can't. I don't know.
Yeah. It is a bit of an awkward problem.
Yes, right now Peter likes this a lot more than me, although, as has been stated, he's also played it rather a lot more than me. So he's kind of not having as much trouble with the interface and with getting to grips with how the game actually operates as I am.
Although, as you can probably tell, there are still a few curiosities, like that inability to cancel actions type thing.
can't
My
help
shadows just appeared behind my tank. That was quite cunning.
Thank you. I was actually fairly impressed with that. Yes, that was the camouflage at work.
And I couldn't see him, so it seems like the camouflage does actually work under some circumstances, which is good to know.
Fray!
Because of course when I'm playing in multiplayer normally I have no idea if the opponent can actually see the tank, not the tank, the shadow or not. Without outright asking them, but I thought I'd save that for when I was playing you, Tim.
Jolly good. Very kind of you.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's just the fact that I've got this running windowed or what, but I don't actually appear to be able to cancel. If I make 3 orders, I don't think I can cancel the second one.
That may be an issue with running in a window, yeah, because I had that problem myself and have stopped running it in a window now.
Yes, I get the feeling it's something to do with the way it's actually tracking where the mouse position is, which may also explain a few of my other problems. We'll find out.
The options menu is a bit mysterious. I kept trying to switch anti-aliasing on and it kept refusing refusing my advances.
I do like that in beta at least, the default keyboard setup is for AZERTY rather than QWERTY. This is the first game I've seen that does that.
Is that set up big in France? Because the developers are French, so maybe it's
I don't know.
is it a French thing? Tim is currently going to win this game because I'm being quite massacred.
I'm currently going to win this game.
On the balance of play so far, yes.
I think it's all down to my shadows positioning more than anything.
That was quite deftly done.
Thank you. I am actually, bizarrely enough, I do feel slightly proud of that. It was nice that camouflage actually worked, and I got the opportunity to make him walk directly up to your tank and open fire at point blank range.
See, Tim, you're coming round to this.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. That said, I don't appear to be able to shoot your shadow, which is kind of annoying. Maybe I can actually. Let's find out.
Magic. He's a magic man. Resolution.
I've got to say, I don't quite have the mute terror I do when clicking to confirm my orders in Frozen Synapse.
No, that is a different caliber of terror altogether.
I think that's mostly because that game really is just one-hit kills, though. Although, much as I would love to talk about how much I adore Frozen Synapse, this probably isn't the right place for that.
It's not. Talking about another game in someone else's IncGamers plays video is...
No, you know what? I'm going to hijack this. Let's talk about Frozen Synapse because it's excellent and I love it, and you should all buy it if you haven't already. It's brilliant.
Wow. It's true though. It is a really good game.
I haven't actually made my mind up about this yet, unfortunately. So I'm not going to risk.
I mean, to be fair though, when Frozen Synapse came out, I did feel like it had revolutionised the kind of simultaneous turn-based combat. And
I've managed to get you talking about it now.
No, I'm coming around to a point, which is that I was hoping that other games would be inspired by it, and I don't know whether this was in development before or during or what, but the obviously the simultaneous order giving.
Yes, I will
does
totally
bear similarities.
I will totally grant you that. It is really, really nice to see more games like this, along with. I mean, there are other bits and pieces like Jagged Alliance back in action, which I'm not particularly a fan of.
It does the same thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to see this genre making a bit of a resurgence, even with download-only titles.
Yeah. Absolutely agreed. Now, I am kind of in the shit because not only do I only have one guy left, he's the medic, and his only gun fires magic healing abilities, so engaging Tim with that isn't really going to do me a lot of good.
Are you going to be really annoying and run away and just heal yourself massively?
I'm not actually sure if I can heal myself.
You can.
Oh, I can.
Medic can indeed heal himself.
No, I'm not going to do that because the best that I could hope for would be a 3-1 loss. So that seems kind of pointless to me.
Yes, I learned the medic could do that about the time I was getting really pissed off with my sniper.
So instead, I'm just going to run into the midst of your troops and get gunned down.
Yes, you pick 4 troops out of the 6 classes, and I have since given up on the sniper completely. I'm unlike Peter. I'm not using the tank. You were using a tank, weren't you?
I was using a tank. You were using the supports instead.
I was. I quite like the
Yeah.
support. He seems capable of doing some damage. He seems a bit like, well, a bit like the other classes, frankly. Only he can put down a barrier, and he seems like he'll have a lot more functionality if I level him up. So it's quite nice to see.
He seems quite hardy. Yes. Yes, there is a leveling up function which basically as you level up you can purchase more upgrades and stylish bits of equipment for your various team members based on what credits you earn in games. I think you can see that Tim's earned 270 credits from that match.
Hooray.
And I've earned 50.
That means that I can now purchase a mine layer for my support class.
Indeed.
I will say I am coming around to the actual tactical balance of this. In the first game we played, it seemed a bit more of a mess. But now, yeah, with troops leveling up a little bit and a few more options, I can kind of see that there is a bit more tactical nuance, as evidenced by my shadow and the placement of the my support person's cover and so on and so forth. I think that worked fairly well.
Absolutely. Much the same as you. My first couple of games, I was like, well, firstly, what am I doing? Because it doesn't do a great job of teaching you how or what to do. Yeah, and secondly, things like the sniper's apparent inability to shoot things was also getting me down. I mean, I think we might just not be getting... Like, I was puzzling over whether he can just not move and shoot or something like that, but I don't know.
I would like to point out, I don't know, I'm looking at the achievements that I got that round. I got 2 honour achievements. I got First Blood, which is fairly self-explanatory, and I also got one called You Fight, I Pray Jah. I've presumably got
That's a good one to get.
I guess my people are Rastafarian? I'm not quite sure.
That's possible.
Can I click on that to see how I got it? No. Oh well.
I think the unlock key will unlock it in Steam as well, Tim eventually. So you can look at your achievements there. Maybe I'll tell you more about them. But with that bizarre Rastafarian mystery, we will bid you farewell from IncGamers Plays Fray. Look out for the review, which will be coming a day or two after this video goes up, pretty much. Game comes out June the 19th. By the time you're watching this, it will probably already be out. And you can buy it or not. It's up to you. That's the beauty of choice. Until then, next time on IncGamers Plays, goodbye.
Bye.